challenges of today's gospel. And like we mentioned last Sunday, the gospel always challenges the way we think, see, act, and live. It's the challenge to become more than who we think or who we can even imagine that we really are. It's a challenge that arises every time we face the weeds of our life and world. The reality, according to Jesus, is that our lives and our world are a field in which good and evil, life and death, joys and sorrows, that which we want and that which we don't want, grow and live side by side. The wheat and the weeds stand together in our world and in each of our lives. That, Jesus says, is what the kingdom of heaven is like. And that can be good news for us. It means that despite the weeds in and around us is the kingdom that is still here. The weeds do not overcome or make absent God's kingdom. It may not be the fullness of the kingdom, but it is nevertheless the kingdom. But what about these weeds? What do we do about them? Surely we should do nothing. Not according to Jesus. Let them grow together until the harvest, he says. For some, that might not make much sense. How can we let them be? The weeds seem to be bad, and we know that the wheat is good. We must do something. We need to take a stand, draw a line in the sand, establish some boundaries. Don't you want us to pull up the weeds? The slaves asked their master. No, for in gathering the weeds you would uproot the wheat along with them. For some, these may be very generic weeds. The parable speaks of a particular weed called zizania. It's sometimes known as darno or false wheat. It grows with the wheat. It looks like the wheat. And the difference between the two is not always readily apparent. It seems the separation between the wheat and the weeds is not as clear-cut or black and white as Facebook, as the media, as our politicians, and our personal opinions would often have us believe. In any event, we are not